Hi, everyone. My name is Artin Betpera. I'm a newer shareholder in Buckhalter's Orange County office. I'm an Orange County educated attorney. I went to UC Irvine for undergraduate and to Chapman for my law school. And I'm a member of the firm's litigation and class action practice groups. So my practice focuses on a couple things. I'm a hardwired litigator, and really my philosophy is that the more complex and difficult the problem, the better for me. I really enjoy handling complex and high stakes cases. And my practice tends to focus on a couple of different things. I have my focus in financial services generally. I have a niche practice in the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which is the federal statute that regulates robocalling. And then I also do quite a bit of complex business litigation as well. I would say the reason I chose Buckhalter first and foremost was the people. I came in when we were still doing interviews via Zoom. And so and this was my very first transition laterally as a partner, and trying to get a feel of the firm and its culture over Zoom was challenging. But after what turned out to be a process where the firm was incredibly generous with its time and linking me up with all sorts of partners across different practice groups, I knew for certain that Buckhalter was going to be a great fit for me, both in terms of the people and culturally. It seemed to be a great place to come in and collaborate with a host of extremely talented partners on the platform with a really, really robust presence, not just on the West Coast physically, but also a platform that was capable of supporting my practice, which is very much more national in scope. So I would say the post-COVID world is turning out to be quite weird in many different ways. Just to be more specific, let me take this kind of from the standpoint of one of my specialties, which is the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. Because we have seen people go remote with things, business to consumer interactions have focused a whole lot more on technologies that are regulated by the TCPA, primarily text messaging. And so this method of consumer communication has proliferated greatly throughout the time of COVID and now beyond. And my expectation is that businesses, particularly again, consumer facing businesses, whether it be financial services, retail, health, and a whole lot of other different industry sectors, are going to face a lot of challenges when it comes to keeping up with the different regulations that impact text messaging. Just as an example, we are seeing a lot of states picking up in terms of regulatory enactments and enforcements. And this is creating a much riskier legal environment for B2C businesses to operate in. So outside of billing hours, there's a couple of things I really like to do. Number one is I'm a father of two young kids, so I like to spend as much time with them as possible. Outside of the family, though, I do like to dedicate as much time as I can to efforts around diversity and inclusion. One of the things I'm most proud of at my prior firm was I was one of the co-founders of a project called HBCU Succeed, which was a program designed to roll out educational seminars and networking opportunities to historically Black colleges and universities. And that was a great inspiration for me. And I'm really looking forward to bringing that energy to Buckhalter and helping promote its own initiatives around diversity and inclusion as well. And then outside of that, I would say my number one hobby is gardening. I'm blessed to live in a house with a large backyard that I've used to plant a lot of fruit trees that I grow year round. I garden vegetables. And for me, it's a great way to both literally and figuratively stay grounded. And so it's great after engaging in such an intellectual profession to go and get your hands dirty and nurture something that bears fruit. It's just symbolic in so many ways for me and very cathartic. And it's a hobby I've loved for many years. I'm really excited to have joined such a great platform like Buckhalter. I can say after only being here 3 short months that it's allowing me to provide my clients with a much higher level of service, with a lot more flexibility around rates and staffing. And I'm really looking forward to what the future holds, both for myself, my practice, and the clients that I love to serve.